I've been doing that all day.
Hey, ahoy, hoy, everybody.
Ahoy, hoy.
How's it going? And look who's here. Logan is here. He really wants to be on the table right now. He's excited to be here too. Hello, Aaron.
Hey, everybody.
Say hi.
Oh, there's Aaron. Hi.
Nice to see y'all again. Hi, Lego Masters Season 2 contestant Moto.
Hello.
Hi, everybody. Wow, so big jump over. So when we were on the last part of the stream, we surpassed the donation goal. This is amazing.
Yes.
This is amazing.
I'm glad I was able to contribute.
Yeah, I know this is like a This is like a it's like a raid. Yeah, it's like a raid on Twitch, except for without the magical transportation button that kind of like takes everybody from one place to the other. But this is awesome.
Yeah, YouTube does not have teleporter technology yet.
No, not quite yet. So everybody, thanks for coming and joining in on our part of the stream. Good to see everybody. Oh, it looks like we've got another person here who's here. Look who it is. It's the man of the hour, everybody. It's Travis. Hi,
Hello.
Travis.
Hey, what's going on? Thanks again.
How are you?
Rich, it's great to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Well, and it's perfect timing because I was just about to tell everybody why we're here, and I think it would be buddy, why we're here. I'd love to hear from you.
Okay, so
I'm gonna put you on the big screen. Don't be scared. Here we go.
All right. I'm not used to being on the big screen or anything like that. Again, thank you guys all for joining me on this journey. I'm trying to raise money for the LLS, which is Leukemia Lymphoma Society. We're raising money to support, in particular, 2 children, but also the society on a global scale. As you know, cancer affects many children. It affected me and my life and my family's life. And just having all the support of the doctors and all the people that donated to me and to help me get treatment or help me go on trips or get video games or whatever the case may be, this is my way of giving back. And I'm so glad that this is now everyone's way of supporting this cause. So thank you guys again for this opportunity. And thank you, Flynn and Rich, for this platform. I'm excited to see how much we can raise. So
awesome. Oh, well, thank you so much. And we're so glad to do it. And if you do want to donate, there's a link in the description of the video that I stole from Boone. So you can totally go straight to that link. Yeah, I got in, I was talking earlier, I got my, I was teaching classes today and I got home just in time to hop onto Boone's channel. I was sending out the invites and making sure all of the things were set up. And I was like, oh, need to have that link. So Boone was good enough to make a fancy short link. So it's there in the description of the video if you want to donate. Hey, Holly. So just wanted to let's give a shout out to everybody who's here. I see Holly, CC Bricks, Brick Huntress Mosaics is here. How's it going, Kate? Patrick Wismer, the Hornburgers, ahoy hoy Hornburgers.
Minifig Nick is here.
Gary Mullane, Willie Ball, Squid Kid, Brickham's Den, Patrick Wismer, I think we said hi. Fabufan MKE, Lit Brick, WGJL Builds. Oh, goodness, this is great. Lots of our regulars here. David Wilkie, this is awesome. So great to see everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. Mel Bell is here. How's it going? Brickman Mosaics Art. Tabitha Lusak is here.
Mr. Ellie Daniel.
Oh, Mr. Ellie Daniel 1 is here. Awesome. And Orange Bricks. So great to see. Hey, Pan Fred Nudo is here. How's it going, Fred? Cornado is here. Ahoy, howdy, Cowboy Cornado. I see Marilyn Parmley. Whenever I say I see, I always feel like Romper Room. I need to have the magic mirror. Yeah. None of you are probably old enough to remember that. I don't know what I'm talking about, but yeah.
So another of those things that was when we were young.
It was old when we were young, yet it was still going.
Boone, I thought of you earlier today. I was organizing bricks like you do. Actually, to be honest, I was organizing collections of leftovers from previous builds into piles of those collections like you do, right? And I was thinking, because sometimes we do sticker set show and tell, and look at these stickers that I found.
Oh,
awesome. From a super fun convention.
That was amazing.
A little over a year ago now.
Oh my gosh,
So
I'm so
good.
glad. I'm
Awesome.
so glad. Thank you. I can't thank you all enough for coming to that. It was really a gift, and little did we know it would be our kind of one moment to do that at that time in that year. But anyway,
Yeah.
There will be
Super
more
awesome.
moments.
there will be more moments.
There will be more hugs. There will be more moments, and there will be moments with the new part of the family coming in. Now the little brothers and sisters are showing up in here, right? And so we get to boss them around and stuff, which will be great. So
What is thy bidding, my master?
This is So I'm so well. Thanks everybody, first of all, for coming and hanging out here on our channel. Super appreciate that. And
I know, so almost after hours for us. Right?
It is after hours for us. This is like this is late for grandpas. We've got we do our show at 10 a.m. and we've already been up for 4 hours at that point. So. But so I'm just curious, like, I know we talked a little bit about on the last stream, but for the folks who are just showing up or new, let's go around and just kind of talk about what projects is everybody working on right now? What are we looking at? And don't forget, everybody, while everybody's talking about what projects we're on, if you want to donate to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, there is a link in the description of the video that you can click and head over there to make your donation. We super appreciate it. Every little bit counts.
And Flynn, in case anyone doesn't know, because I sort of showed up late too, tell us about this.
Oh, is that yes, what's the, I see the donation cam, Corey. Can you tell us what's going on the donation cam? You're adding bricks?
Absolutely. So basically what's happening here, and I can put it right here. So originally we had our goal of $1,000 to raise over the course of these 4 streams. We've shattered that goal of $1,000, and now we're pushing our way to $2,400. So we are trying to raise money. I am adding bricks on as the donations are coming in. I'm refreshing my screen every 5 minutes. So please go and donate and add your brick to this makeshift, bottle of whatever you want to put it in. But I guess technically it is for a blood cancer. This is blood that's being poured into this to help raise awareness. So we're not drinking this, okay? But this is all for a big cause.
That is a highly sophisticated multimedia presentation right there.
Yes.
Thank you.
Way better than PowerPoint. I'm just saying.
All right.
Brick point.
But yeah, so what's everybody working on, Moto? It looks like you have like a crown of giant sunflower or some sort of something there.
Yeah, so I might pull a moto. So this might make for good YouTube if I pull a moto here and blow this thing up. Let's try it out.
Hey, Brickanista.
Is that a thing now? Pull a moto?
Oh, yeah.
What does that mean?
It means you drop or destroy your sculpture, your build on camera.
Oh
Be
no!
awesome.
They used to be called pulling an errand.
Wow.
Oh my.
Okay, so
Oh.
Wow.
This is for the cause.
please donate $50 for what used to be a great sculpture.
Oh my god.
Holy cow. It is gone.
Oh.
I'm going to take a picture and put it on Instagram or send it to you. I'll take a picture and hold it up to the camera.
Wow.
You've got to see this.
That's epic, I gotta say.
I'm really glad that's made of Lego.
Yep, it'll go together, folks.
He
has the technology.
Oh, that hurts my
You
heart.
captured the shattering motion,
Oh man.
but that's horrible though.
Well, so you know what that makes me think of is that there was that story. It came out, I think, about the time we started kind of in the hobby. And this guy had made like a sculpture of it was
from Zootopia.
Yeah, the lead character from Zootopia, the fox guy. It was like a life-size thing, and he made all these life-size sculptures.
And a little kid knocked it over in like the first couple minutes, right?
Yeah, like the thing opened and some kid just walked and pushed it over and the whole thing shattered. And the guy was like, well, just gonna build it again. He's like, it happens. Oh my goodness. Well, that was maybe the most dramatic moment of the stream so far, if I may say so.
Well,
I mean, we're only 10 minutes in, but that was pretty dramatic.
That intent? That couldn't have been intentional.
No, I really wanted to show it to you guys, but now it's now it's like that's one of the bigger chunks. But it's
the Hamburgers are donating virtual hugs to Moto at the moment. Stuff virtual hugs. We're sending ours too. Oh my goodness.
Well, I have to go get a container. I'll be back.
All right.
It's that bad.
Oh my goodness.
Well, speaking of the Hornburgers, real quick. I'm not sure. Well, I know, but you guys, Tricky Bricks, you guys have been inspiring Andrew or Azo. Sorry. You guys have been inspired. He's been in my classes these last few months.
Yeah.
The work that he does is like, wow. Like for his age to be doing that, I'm like, yeah, he has to have some type of connection with Tricky Bricks because I see the style in what he builds is just amazing. And he's inspiring.
They've been, the Hornburgers have been longtime viewers of our show since the beginning pretty much. And he always does really great work and he always sends Logan cookies. So, and by the way, everybody who's here, just so you know, there will be a Logan cookie time on this stream at our regular 45 minutes in.
Same bet.
There will be, yes, it's always he expects it. If the camera comes on 45 minutes in, there better be a cookie. Or there's going to be trouble. So Corey, let me see. You posted something today that I was just completely blown away by. Oh, Moto.
Well, I gotta say, Moto, the new animation of the popping effect is extremely realistic.
I know, it's super HD and real.
Very realistic.
Yeah, no kidding.
Okay, so Corey, you posted something today that I need to. I just want to show. So can you show us that thing you posted today because it was amazing?
Absolutely. Let me reach for it. Not Moto.
Yes.
That is so awesome. That's so good. Oh man, I love it so much. Now, did you do that with plates or rounds?
These are rounds.
Wow, it looks so good. Yes. I love the purple in his eyes. Yeah, it looks so great.
Thank you. It's my first official mosaic. Like outside of doing the pump bust that I did on your channel.
Yeah,
I'm doing little mosaics for like my classes and for challenges. This was like my first actual mosaic, one of many that I plan to do. I put out a little poll to see what should be my next model mosaic, and right now is leaning towards Thanos, but it can always switch. So it's still up there for the next 24 hours. So whatever the people choose, that's what I'm going to work on next.
Well, I voted Thanos, so I think Thanos better win. Am I right, everybody?
Yeah, I did my. I finished my Scarlet Witch piece, and I've been trying to do the a Vision one to go along with it. And I'll tell you, the amount of red 1x1 rounds that you need to do a Scarlet Witch and a Vision is kind of outrageous. There's a lot of red round pieces. Yeah. So, what about you, Boone? What are you working on at the moment?
I have I've got a commission that I'm like just in like the planning stages for. The client, I sort of submitted what is it? I submitted some concept art, and the client I haven't heard back yet on whether or not they think that's going the right direction. So that's sort of like stage 1. Digital design will be stage 2, and then like actually building it will be stage 3. So I'm very early in it, and I can't talk about it yet. So,
Okay.
But I did just build yesterday on a stream over on Boone Builds. I built the new Creator 3-in-1 castle. And it is pretty rad.
Very nice.
So it's got a lot of cool stuff. I know it's not focused right there, but it's all like this. You know what? Let me just see really quickly if I can switch my camera to a camera that will catch this. Where would that be? Right there. Is it going to go?
I love the yellow in it.
Okay.
There we go.
So similar to the old Lego castles, it is, it's like a square courtyard in the middle. It's got this is sort of like a throne room kind of thing, and underneath that is like a blacksmith shop. There's a little wheel here for like a water wheel, and it actually, there's a mechanism that makes a hammer go up and down on a sword on an anvil in the blacksmith shop when you turn this, and it goes like bang, bang. And then over here there's like a jail, and I think this tower is really cool. This almost reminds me of something that could be from like Ninjago or another theme. There's a wheel here that you can turn, and it raises and lowers the drawbridge. So, and then that locks in place, so the drawbridge can go down, and then you can turn it up, and it raises it up. And then this is really cool. It opens up just like the old castles from Lego classic castles. So it can be a square courtyard, or it can be a wide open play set that you can kind of get inside and play inside. So very cool set. I was talking about this just the other hour, that I'm not like, I've never been so into castle, but just the last year or so I've gotten much more into castle. And so like maybe like a year ago I might not have intended necessarily to keep this, but now I really feel like I want to keep it. And I don't know what I'm going to do with it. And I also just I'm going to switch my camera back to the camera that I was on before. But I also just yesterday, for the first time...
Sorry to interrupt you, Boone. Just real quick, I want to say hi to Sam.
Yep.
Sam's here. Hi, Sam. Welcome.
Hey, Sam.
Oh, hey, Sam.
So I just... The last thing I'll say is I just got an idea for doing a city here in my studio and highlighting it on my channel every now and then. And I've never had... One of the reasons I've never really had any interest in starting a city, because on YouTube particularly, people ask about that all the time, like, Boone, are you going to do a city? Or like, Boone, are you going to yada yada? And I think one of the reasons I've never thought about doing it is because... who are you talking to?
I think I hear lots of stuff, but it just sounds like Moto's picking up. I don't know if he's on mute or not, but it sounds like Lego pieces being.
Moto is muted, but yeah, there's some kind of feedback sound happening. I'm not quite sure.
Okay. Anyway, one of the reasons I've never thought about doing a city here in my studio for my YouTube channel is every time I see a Lego city, it's just flat, and there's buildings. And a flat city, Jang's city doesn't look all that different from Brixie's city, and a lot of people do that kind of stuff. And I don't have enough space to do that anyway. But I have this big old workbench that is like 10 feet long and only about 2.5 feet deep. And right now it's just collecting junk. So I'm going to try to clean that up, and I think I'm going to emulate one of the cities from the Columbia River Gorge here in Oregon and build it on a slope, so that the whole city is like sloped up, and it's sort of more use of like a vertical space as opposed to horizontal space. And that I've never had that idea before, and I'm kind of excited about it. That was just an idea that I had rolling around yesterday, so I think I might do it.
Hong Kong
that's where I'm at.
That sounds awesome. Because Hong Kong is like that, where there's the street level, and there's the mid levels halfway up the mountain, and there's the people who live at the top, and there's outdoor escalators that take you into like the next level, and there's like different districts and shopping and stuff like that. And so That's a really
there's
cool
even
idea.
there's even you know, there's even parts of Seattle that are kind of like that. I'm sure a lot of coast towns or a lot of towns that are built on like big rivers. That's kind of the idea, so that it'll be like the very front edge of the whole table will be the bank of a river, and then there'll be like a kind of a riverfront drive, and then all of the buildings will kind of go up from there. And
So when you're talking about buildings, are you talking about modular buildings, or will you build a different scale for your city?
It'll be. I want to have the freedom to use some like, you know, some official sets, like maybe modular buildings, but I don't anticipate doing a lot of that. It'll mostly be mocks, and I don't know. We'll see how I'm able to. It'll be minifig scale, so the people in the city will be minifigures. But what shape they take, I don't know exactly sure what it'll be. But I think it's going to be set in the 50s or 60s. So it's going to be kind of a throwback aesthetic. So, you know, the vehicles and the buildings.
Ooh, nice.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
The buildings closer to the top could be further back, and they could be smaller. So you could actually do like big buildings and smaller buildings and smaller buildings, you know, like kind of
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what that makes me think of, Boone? It's having me imagine you a little bit as Mr. Rogers. It's like your land of make-believe.
I felt so much like that when I finished building this castle, because do you remember he had the miniature models in his not his kitchen, but kind of the part of his house that you would imagine being a kitchen. Up on the shelves, he had a miniature model of each of the buildings from the neighborhood of make-believe, and sometimes he would take them down and like talk about the stories from the neighborhood, and he had like this itty-bitty castle, and that's totally what I remembered when I finished building this. But yeah, anyway, thank you for listening. Sorry, my check-in was a little long.
Sorry to interrupt.
No, sorry, I'm trying to get here. Just a reminder, everybody, that we are here raising money for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society to support Travis's campaign for Man and Woman of the Year for LLS. It's a really, really great charity, and there is a link that I stole from Boone in the stream. I mean, in the description of the video down below, that you can use to donate if you are able. So I just wanted to put that out there. So Aaron, what are you working on? I know you have a big project in the works. Both you and Sam have big projects in the works. And
yes. So before I talk about that, I have to air a grievance here with that amazing new castle. So that pictures of that came out very shortly afterwards. It got released, and I think about a week before it came out, I was actually working on my own castle, and independently came up with this very design for the arrow loops, and then they took it, and I felt so sad. I was like, oh, this is so cool. No one's ever done arrow loops like this before. And then, you know, Lego did it. And I was like, rats. You know, say I love it.
It happens.
Yeah, it happens. But that is actually part of a much larger ongoing project. Actually, sort of my passion project of the last, gosh, I want to say 2-3 years has been designing the next wave of my made up theme Dragonlands, and I'm getting pretty close to being done with all the designs. That castle was going to be one of them. Still probably will be one of them. But you know, I'm probably going to keep the arrow loops because I like them. There's a bunch of awesome dragons in my closet here that I guess I could show one of them just for a second, right? That would be
yes.
Okay.
I'm not surprised. Instead of skeletons, he's got dragons in his closet.
I got dragons in my closet. Okay. We have to have people decide whether it's going to be fire or ice. But as they're figuring that out, you know, people can comment or whatever. That's how it works, right? People can in the chat. I am also currently, I think I mentioned in the previous stream, I just wrapped up build work on the biggest commission of my career so far. More than 10,000 pieces, 2 life-size models. One of them also features bespoke LED components, and so it lights up and I'm going tomorrow to get professional photos and video taken of those. I have to go to a different space to take my photos and video because they're so big, and I have no room here to get the right, clean backdrop and all that good stuff. So it's very professional. It's very cool. But I can't tell you what it is yet. But you'll know it when you see it because it's enormous. And then currently, right as we're talking, I'm in the midst of disassembling a replica of a commission that I made for somebody. It's like a residence, actually in Oregon, a house in Oregon that my clients wanted me to make, and I built it digitally for them. They only wanted the design. They were going to source the bricks themselves. So I was like, great, cool, awesome. I don't need to buy any parts. But then as soon as it was done, I thought to myself, well, I really like how this looks, and I want to take pictures of it. And so I got the parts and all that stuff too. Made it, took photos the other day, and now I'm in the place where I'm disassembling it and folding it all in with the rest of my collection to get the parts ready for other builds. So, did anyone say fire versus ice? What do you think the winner there, Flan and
I
Richard?
saw a lot of ice.
Ice? Well, then you made the right choice.
Four ices and a fire.
You made the right choice, everybody. I just gotta say. So,
Ice, baby.
It may be several months, if not a year, until you get to see these because stuff keeps getting in the way. But you all get to get the first look at one of my Dragonlands dragons.
Oh,
This
Whoa.
dragon here.
Lovely.
I gotta move into the center of the camera.
Oh,
Colors. Got a cool tail, which is those rubberized components.
Yeah.
There. And the pièce de résistance, let me grab one of the parts I need, is the play feature. So these creations are built to be in like a Lego set style, sort of. That's what really gets me excited, is building in Lego set style. I don't get to do it very often, so it's my passion thing. Anyway, I can take off the fancy icy bit there and load up one of these bad boys.
yeah.
And then
Oh.
That's awesome.
so this, among many other awesome dragons, is in the upcoming Dragonlands wave. I guess it'd be wave 5 that I'm working on. It's been a couple of years since I did the last one, so these are all going to be available for instructions purchase and stuff like that, so that they're actually accessible. Unlike my first ones, which people always ask me for the instructions for, and they're long since disassembled, so I can't really share those. But these ones are designed to be able to build yourself. So that's the dream. That's what I'm working on in my very little spare time.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Like, you built it in LDD first. Like, you don't like the renderings in there. You still wanted to build this one to take pictures of it. You don't like the rendering.
Oh yeah, God no. I don't. I mean, I do the renders for the clients so they can approve the design usually before I buy pieces. For instance, for this 10,000 piece one, obviously I did computer renderings first because I didn't have the parts all available to hand, but I had to get client approval on the design before I spent thousands of dollars buying the parts.
Yeah.
So the renders are good and all, but me personally, I almost never resonate the same way with a render. And I've developed, I think most people have a pretty good eye for when something is digital versus physical. The skills it takes to make a really good like Blender render thing like that, I don't have those skills. So I prefer to do the photos. And I think they resonate better. They show people the tangible thing. And as I'm trying to demonstrate this for my portfolio as well, to demonstrate more of my range in building homes for people, which is something I've done a bunch, but always helps to have more. I want to have it looking its best and being its best for the ticket out too.
I agree completely. That one of the Tricky Bricks challenges this week, somebody made it was beautiful. It was the Temple of Secrets from Agrabah from Aladdin, and it was like
it was Holly.
Holly. And I'm like,
yeah.
Oh, I want this to be real. I'm like, I knew it was LDD as soon as I saw it, and it made me so sad because I'm like, I want that real in my house. It's too cute.
Well, she said it's all legit pieces, so you could make that with the instructions.
I'm just shocked at the purple. That there's purple of some of those pieces in there. I'm like shocked. I was like, oh wow, okay.
Yeah, there's more purple than you would think.
I'm curious what you all think. I personally feel like a render is a build because you need to design it and you need to build it, but there's a little bit of suffering as a mock builder where you have to sacrifice the color you wanted because you only have those pieces in the other color. And I think that it has an effect on the design. There's like this process you go through, this I don't even know, this winnowing of the possibilities, assuming you don't have unlimited bricks. What do you all think about that for the way you work?
That's a really good question. For me, I embrace the challenge of having only parts in certain colors. To me, that's part of the art, that's part of the puzzle, that's part of the problem solving. That is, comes from spending all this time with Lego every day, knowing those parts in the back of my head, being like, well, shoot, I don't have that part in that color. I mean, that's the encyclopedic knowledge that you develop after building for your whole life, I guess. But I enjoy that because it can be kind of like I think about my I made a model of Sauron from Lord of the Rings and tried to use as much silver, flat silver, as I could to make that happen. And a lot of times it was challenging to make it because the part I wanted wasn't in silver. I did use some gray at the end of the day because it was impossible. I've seen another Sauron recently in about the same scale that uses the dark silver color almost exclusively, which blew my mind. I was so impressed. So for me, that's part of the fun of the puzzle, and part of the skill is using parts only in the colors that they come in. Especially because so much of what I do is physical deliverables. It's like, well, shoot, I wish I had this part in that color, but there's no way to get around it if I have to deliver a model at the end of the day. That's my perspective. I don't know. I kind of like the limitations and the scarcity because it makes you think harder and more creative.
To be honest, I've never used a virtual rendering for like any of my Bregos because it's so small scale. But recently I did a commission for a birthday party where I made a video game controller and I rendered the entire thing virtually online. And I don't know, for some reason it felt good to do that because I didn't have to really think about, all right, I have to work with the pieces I have at home to make something like this come to life. So to put it together virtually, and actually the client loved it and their kid loved it, it's like, okay, now I know what parts I have to order. So now it's making me think of different possibilities of how I want to take my brand and create new types of Bregos. So yeah, for me, I'm enjoying kind of dipping into this world.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Oh,
go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I use Studio like every single day when I'm making, virtual copies of stuff to know what parts to order, making instructions. It's an incredible tool I love to use, but I always design by hand first because that's also just how my brain. I can't really figure out problems on the computer in that way. Thanks for sparking that in me, Corey. Go ahead, Boone.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say, personally, I enjoy building something. I enjoy exerting the energy to design something that could be built in real life by someone else. So that doesn't necessarily mean that I don't like digital design. In fact, I actually love digital design, and I think part of that comes from just like enjoying to use computer programs for so many years. I've been using Adobe Creative products since the turn of the century.
Me too.
And I have enjoyed various other iterations of 3D modeling programs. My designer of choice is Bricklink Studio. I use it. I mean, I would say most projects I do include some amount of both. But I don't personally want to put much time into a digital design that couldn't also exist in the real world.
Yeah.
I can appreciate some motivations for doing that from kind of just an artistic standpoint. Like I know Jake Sadovich has been doing a series lately that is purely intended to exist as artwork that literally couldn't exist in the real world.
Like his candles, right?
His candles were amazing.
Yeah. And the Roman centurion helmet is awesome.
In different colors. That was amazing.
Yeah. So So I can appreciate that. It's just not. It just doesn't tend to be something I do.
I find having well, I mean, I like not only do I like having the bricks in my hand, but I get inspired mid-build by other stuff I find while I'm looking for that piece that I was looking for in the first place, right? I'm like, oh, wait, but there's this thing, which I feel like in something like LDD or one of those, like you have to specifically know the part that you're looking for in order to use it, rather than a sort of like, I may be inspired by something I see along the way.
Totally.
I also really like digital design. I just think that because of the way I've interacted with the bricks we have, that's become part of my process, that hunting through and like, well, no, maybe not this one. How about that one has become part of it. I don't think that digital design is necessarily less than. I've just sort of, I play with bricks in my hands. And sometimes I don't have all the ones I need. And that I think makes my designs better some way that I don't understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do entirely physical building and then I digitize it after the fact. But
like with your
interceptor. The interceptor instructions are done. But that was one where I built it first and then I had to go back and build the instructions later. But like the balloon that just exploded, or the wolf, or that large Technic structure that I was building rings out of. Ooh, look at that.
Yeah, I saw Corey adding, oh, look, he's adding more bricks to it, you guys.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Look
Good.
at that. Look at that. Look at
Keep
that.
going.
Going up. You love to see it, as the kids say on the Twitters.
I was just going to say, some of these structures.
You make yourself sound so old.
CAD models at all.
You know, as an educator as well, and this is just knowledge for other educators that do virtual Lego classes, who would like to start virtual Lego classes. Using Studio to build your project that you're going to do with your students is very helpful, because I have found it where I have taken a project that I built with the students and I have done it virtually, and I've changed it several times virtually. And it's different each time for the kids. And then on top of that, you have something virtual you can send to them. Because a lot of times the parents, they want to sort all the pieces, they want to get all the pieces out. I can't do that while I'm building with them live. So I send it to them ahead of time. So it has really been a lifesaver and a game changer. And I'm starting to notice too, I did a class where it was just Bricklink, a Bricklink class where the kids were in Studio and they were building stuff. And the kids, they loved it. They didn't even think about picking up Lego bricks to build what they were thinking. They were learning how to do it virtually. So it's definitely something that's going to be a future when it comes to, you know, standard building. But as an educator, I really enjoy it.
Very cool. Yeah, I sort of do like that reverse, like Moto does, like a lot of time, or actually it's weird. I've utilized it by building something and then going back and reverse engineering it into the computer. I've also done one like our theater that we made, that we brought to Lego Masters, that was one where we kind of started building it, and then I needed to conceive of whether we were going to have enough room to incorporate everything we wanted into it.
It kept getting bigger and bigger.
So I built it like the ground floor of it in the computer, so that way I could see like, okay, are we going to have enough room? And I'm glad I did, because then I discovered like, oh, if we don't make it a few studs wider, we're basically going to have one chair on either side of the aisle, and that's a pretty sad little theater with 6 seats.
Okay, all cards on the table. Flynn's solution to our big mocks is often, if we just make it 3 studs wider.
Just 3 studs wide. Just needs 3 more studs.
3 more.
Just 1 stud more. Just 1 stud. But it always works out, right?
Yep. As long as it fits out the door.
Yeah, Boone
I was going to say, I've been doing more digital because of collaboration. So me being in the middle of the United States, a little west of the middle of the United States, but pretty much dead center, I'm not near anyone that I would collaborate with. So I found that doing a digital file that can be shared, and then they iterate on the file, they come back, I do the part swaps, and constantly check back and forth works really, really well. Because having that digital file as the collaborative mechanism has worked really well, but having the physical model there to test for strength and fit also helps, because it's really tough to, I don't know, I tend to push the limits of what could stand up. So for me, I'm constantly checking, like, is it going to really hold together here? Okay, yeah, it feels really good in the hand, or it doesn't. Have to go back, have to widget that thing.
I would love to see what you could build in microgravity.
So would I. Wouldn't we all?
Well, Boone knows the experience of asking us to make something big. And then you know what's the funniest thing about that? So I'm talking about our Ewok Adventureland sign. So Boone said, well, this is how big our mock is going to be, and we want the sign to, be appropriately sized. Well, when he said it was X base plates wide, we thought he meant 32 by 32 base plates. He actually meant 48 by 48 base plates. But it's a good thing that mistake was made.
Well, because if we had made the sign to scale
for that, it would have. We barely got it up on the stand and rotating as it was. Like, I can only imagine if it had been any bigger. Oh man, that was that was a special time.
Yeah, you have to use a forklift or a cherry picker, right, to get it up there.
Well, and this is, I know
with chains.
You may have heard this story before, but if you haven't, because to me, this is like, whenever I think about the Lego community coming together, this story to me is like the perfect example of that. So we were
go fast, you guys.
Yeah.
I gotta go, but I love seeing you guys, and I hope you guys raise lots of money and stuff like that, and I hope to see you all soon.
Thanks, Sam.
Oh, thanks, Sam. It's so great to
That's
see
lovely.
you.
Thanks, Sam.
Good to see you, Sam.
Hey, Sam, I never get to see you. It's good to see you.
Anytime you want, call me.
Bye, Sam.
See you, Wildflower.
See you, Sam.
So we're there at Bricks Cascade. We have this massive sign
above a really complicated mechanical piece,
right? And
made by Boone and Perry.
Yeah, so we're getting that. We figured, like, by all accounts, it should have gone up, but it was the fact of the matter was the model itself was so high that our portion of it had to be so high. It was very top heavy. And we were just terrified it was going to just like keel over and fall into the thing
and smash more monorail than you care to.
And how many hours, Boone, did we spend like trying to? We were just like, "How's this going to work? How's this going to work?" Like, and then
it was a long time, and that was totally my fault because I just didn't build. What I built just wasn't going to support what you guys brought. But I also. I had a more realistic idea about how sturdy what I built was after breaking it the night before, putting it in the car.
That's right.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, we had a sober sense of reality on.
I remember
on that.
getting that text at like 1:30 in the morning.
And then Mike Johnson came through for us and in one night built, basically a support system out of wood.
Support system out of really nice wood, I might add.
He finished it and it looked like it was supposed to be part of the thing. It was amazing.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, he saw us struggling and like literally walking by, and then next thing I know, I just see like you guys all like huddled over in a corner, like chatting, and the next thing I know is like, oh, he's gonna bring something tomorrow, and it was this amazing, perfect thing. That's what I love about this supportive, amazing Lego community, that people would come together like that to help out, and especially in that, that person-to-person convention setting. It's such a, it's just like such a great way. Like, people are always willing to help out.
Well, this makes me think I should just send a Valentine to all producers of Lego Masters series everywhere for trying to get people in a cooperative, hobby to compete.
Right.
Impossible.
I have no comment.
Well, we're about at a special time, Flynn.
We are about at a special time. I promised everybody that you would get to see the special guest for today's stream. He's the real star of the show. And I joke sometimes that our numbers go up whenever this part of the show happens. And the other day, I looked at analytics of one of our shows, and the numbers went up at 10:45. It was hilarious. So it's a real thing, everybody. So please, everybody, please welcome our very special guest. It's Logan Cookie Time. He is all ready for his entrance.
He loves that song.
Oh, and Barkley is here.
Oh,
Hi, Barkley.
Hi. Here, we'll give it. Logan will have his moment, and then everybody will have their moment. Very good. Very good.
Okay, one last one, little guy.
One last one.
There you go.
Yay, Logan.
Stay on the real dog. Stay on the real dog. We don't need to.
Who did you
We
have
don't
there?
need to show any fake dogs.
I have a real dog.
Splashy is here, making an appearance, getting a drink. Hi, Splashy. That was
And Splishy.
and Splishy. And who is this? Oh, Travis. Who's this?
This is Sam. So his name is Sam Samuel Sam. Sammy. I didn't name him. I didn't name him at all, actually.
That's awesome.
He's here joining us too. Yeah, and he's eating my dinner. So
Yay! Perfect timing.
yeah.
All right, everybody. That was Logan Cookie Time. Best sound ever, in my opinion. I love there's people who watch our show regularly that say that when that music comes on now, their pets are in the room, like, waiting for treats.
Oh, that's awesome.
Makes sense.
It's a whole thing. Oh, my goodness. Oh, so I have I teased this earlier on Boone's stream. I've got some things to share. So I've been teaching classes over there, and I also get to get my hands on some of the stuff they get in the store, like vintage stuff, and I help out by kind of making sure all of the pieces for whatever are there. And the cool thing about it is I get to put together these sets, but then I don't actually have to store them afterwards because I just give them back.
And occasionally he gives me presents.
Occasionally there are presents.
Oh, man.
So, yeah.
1985.
Yeah.
Complete with instructions. And check out these balloon tires.
Yep.
Oh man,
That takes me back.
That
So
takes
awesome.
me back too.
So I got to show y'all some of the amazing sets that I'm putting together this week. Let's
You're
see.
hitting me right in the heart because I restored all of the classic space from 77 through 84.
Whoa. So we've got here the Cosmic
Oh, yeah.
Cruiser.
Oh, man.
Here, sorry, I'm just going to put us on the big screen.
Yeah.
for the
Please
moment.
do. I love that set.
So there's the Cosmic Cruiser.
And it's a 3-in-1. There's 3 different vehicles on it shows you how to make on the back.
Right. So yeah, you can do several different ones. We've got okay, so I'm gonna show you some smaller ones first, and then I'll start pulling out the big guns.
Here, while he does that one, I'll pull this one.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Come
The power
Check that
of
out.
magnet.
And it's not classic space. It's Legoland Space System.
Yeah.
And it still has the Kmart price sticker on it.
Yeah.
Lego.
Don't take that off.
$697, everyone.
Speaking of Mtron,
Beautiful.
here is the Mtron
my
Stellar
goodness.
Recon Voyager.
In a crazy good box,
Which is pretty
too.
cool. And
That
I got to
is
show you this. So,
amazing.
like, if you haven't seen these before, this is how they used to keep
Yeah.
the pieces.
I wish they still did that.
Very, very different style of
So
keeping
good.
things. But so
It's almost like album cover art.
Yeah, that's why you save the boxes, as they were the storage containers.
So, okay, here's one. I love this one because this is such an AT-AT walker.
This is super.
And but this is called Alien Moon Stalker. And
Yeah.
got a total AT-AT walker thing going on.
You gotta appreciate the bravery of Lego skirting copyright infringement right there.
I love this.
We're not saying it's a walker, but it's a walker.
And those.
And I believe they use turntables to make the legs actuate, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Let's see. We've got the. Oh, this one's pretty cool. This is the solar power transporter.
That is one of my all-time favorites.
It's a good.
I had that as a kid, yes, and this is one of my favorites. In Boone, what was crazy about that is it uses the technique you can't use anymore. So when you put the translucent red antennas into the cones,
Yep.
the binding strength of the polycarb is so tight that they no longer allow you to do polycarb to polycarb connections like that.
Right.
Wow. Hey, Flynn,
That makes
can you
sense.
show us the back of that one? Is there a diagram that shows all the different configurations? Because that comes apart.
There is, yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh
You
yeah,
can make
those are the A and B
Oh.
model,
I like
or
this
the
one.
B
It kind
and
of
C
looks like
model.
the Space 1999 chip a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, and it's got this piece I haven't seen anywhere else. This sort of pyramidal step unit.
Oh, that.
Yeah, the waffles.
There.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was on a few others. I remember in the catalog there was a small diagram that showed. I don't know if you're going to find it in there, but in the catalog that I had that had these in them, there was a small diagram that showed like all the different ways that you can put just that A model, not the B and C
Yeah,
model.
you
but
took
just
the
that
front
A
and
model.
back
There's a
apart,
bunch of
and they-
different combinations.
Yeah, they would recombine. Like the front would come off, the back would come off. You could link them together. You could do all sorts of crazy
It
things.
does
That's
have
it.
the instructions and the
Those were my
catalog in
favorite.
it.
I love those so
And
much.
I love
those
that the back of the
catalogs.
catalog has the mail order service. There's your bricks and pieces, people.
Yeah.
Right?
Look, you could order just the space plates down there on the bottom right, the crater
Yep.
plates.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So awesome.
Then a couple of them came with it, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And look at the signs in the tree. Oh Lord.
Yeah, you can, or that cypress tree that everybody wants now.
Or the forklift with the little pencil spring in it. Yeah, that piece. Oh gosh, there's so
What are
many
the
pieces I
prices?
love in that
It
thing.
was hard for me to see the prices, but it's incredible.
So is that what you were talking about, Boone?
Yeah, I think something like that.
Yeah, there you go. So you
Yep,
took the front and the
exactly.
back off. You could recombine it to a
can put 'em
rover. The
together.
thing became a sound. But also, they show it where you can make spaceships because the tails came off the top, and you could snap them in the back.
Well, it looks
So
like
cool.
Oh, so many memories.
it looks like a space airstream trailer a little bit.
Yeah.
So we've got, let's see what else we got here. We got the Space Police. I kind of love this one with the red, like these red tunnel, like transparent tunnel pieces are really cool. All right. Let's see what else. The hits just keep coming, folks. I got a million of them.
I feel like I should be handling these with cotton gloves.
How about this one?
Oh man, it's so cool.
This is nuts.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool one. I gotta say.
Oh, I don't have that. What the heck?
Yeah, this is the Polaris 1 Space Lab. I love the font, by the way.
That must have been ice theme.
No, that's Futuron.
Yeah,
Futuron.
That's the same. That's the same thing. That's the same sub theme as the monorail, the first space monorail, Futuron.
Oh yeah.
And then this is the Intergalactic Command Base.
Yeah, that was the flagship set to have for that year. That thing is incredible.
And I love these pieces in blue too.
And it comes
Yep.
with the moon base. So this would be
Two of them.
equivalent of
Yeah.
your, like really big set. And then I mean, there's more, but you know, but I did want to show this. So this was for the road plates.
This is a present to me from Flynn.
So this awesome artwork with all the space sets.
Are you sure that's not you too?
I was just gonna say
It
that.
is. Yeah, it is.
Oh, and it shows.
It was destiny. It was destiny.
Richard and Flynn, Back to the Future, Part 4.
It shows all these different configurations with the custom plates.
So yeah, so there you go. There's your. I think I have one more that you might be excited about. Could it be a Blacktron ship? It is a Blacktron
Wow.
ship.
Boone, look at the background to that thing.
Isn't that? It's like
Yeah.
80s.
Oh, so cool.
That's like Disney black hole level
It is.
grid.
It totally is.
Yeah.
It's totally black hole style. So yeah, there you
Love
go.
it.
That was my exciting. That's going to be the rest of my weekend is building those. So I get the joy of building them. I'm very excited about it.
I gotta say, this one right here, I enjoyed building more than any other set I've gotten in a while. It's really, I was so happy with my little 30 pieces.
Oh my goodness! All right.
Hey, look, that bottle keeps, or that the graphic keeps filling up.
It does keep filling up, and I bet you we can fill it up more, everybody. Don't forget, we are raising money for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society and for our Lego Masters brother Travis's Man and Woman of the Year campaign. So every thing that you donate goes to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society and gets Travis one step closer to being nominated for Man and Woman of the Year. And you will always be Man of the Year to me, Travis.
Oh.
And remember, for a simple cup of coffee or
You just always know the right things to say. I swear.
What are we? What number are we at? Can we hear an update on that?
Oh, I see our. Oh, there he is. Oh, somebody got dressed up. Somebody
There you go,
was getting ready to
on.
scream.
So, the final tally I'm going to announce on our channel, Brothers Who Brick, and we will end it. However, I will say we are more than halfway to our new goal of 20.
Yay!
More than halfway to that goal.
Fantastic, everybody. Now we are going to be going in just about 4 minutes. We're going to be heading on over to Corey and Travis's channel. Do you have a link for that you can drop in the chat so that people can go straight to?
Absolutely. Give me 2 seconds.
All right.
Well, during those 2 seconds, I'm going to say I completely agree with Patrick Wismer, who says throw up the 18+ black box art on the new sets. We need the old graphics back.
Yeah, I know. I want that. I want that black hole graphic on the back of every box, please. Very cool.
And trays in the boxes.
I know. I love the trays. Oh wait, we have a late comer to Logan Cookie Time. Who's this?
Birdie.
Here?
Oh no! Say hi, Bird.
Cute dog. See if this doesn't make you donate, nothing will.
Donate for Birdie. I
Dogs.
really want you to. So Birdie, if you didn't hear from the last stream, she's 7 months old. She's blind. She's also a little nippy, but she's super sweet and cuddly and smells good. And we love her, and she also loves to support the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. So if you love Birdie, donate.
She looks like a lot of fun.
And for every $5 you donate, Bernie will get extra kibble.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I will reward my sweet little puppy if you donate, I guess.
And Aaron, at that age, they have sharp little teeth too.
Oh
don't
gosh,
they?
I know.
Oh, my
No, before
goodness,
she
yeah.
lost her baby teeth, they were like needles. It was horrible, like fish hooks.
Okay, I sent it in the private chat. I couldn't comment it. So
Oh, okay.
I can.
Put it in the private chat, and then I will put it in. There for everybody to head over. So give me just a second here. All right,
I'm on it, Flynn. You just keep moderating.
Here is the The link, there you go. There's the link for you to go over to Travis and Corey's stream to finish off this wonderful fundraising YouTube Lego Masters relay stream. So excited. Thanks everybody so much for coming and joining us on our part of it, and for donating to Travis's campaign and the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. We so appreciate everything that you've done. And as soon as the boys are ready and give us the signal, we will be heading on over to their channel.
You know, I got to say here too, while we're all together here, I am pretty darn excited to see what Moto builds on season 2.
Oh,
I can't wait to see what you built, Moto.
I don't know. There were hands, there were bricks, there's things coming together.
Things happened, bricks were built.
Things were made. Challenges were announced.
Things were made. Things were judged.
Stuff was judged.
Awesome. Oh my goodness. Well, this has been a fun time. I hope you all enjoyed those ridiculous amount of vintage sets that I showed you.
Oh yeah.
They are pretty awesome, I gotta say. If I didn't love Classic Space before, I definitely will by the end of the weekend. Unlike that weekend where I put together 12 TIE fighters and would have rather been doing anything else in the world. But I think we're good. Are we good to go there? Did I see the thumbs up? All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. Please head over to the link that I put into the chat for Travis and Corey's channel. Head over there. Continue. Please use that donation. Oh, look who's here right at the very end. Hi, Jermaine. How's it going, Jermaine?
Oh, wow, Jermaine, really?
Yeah, we are just getting ready to fly on over to the Brothers channel. So you can find the link to that, but it's so good to see you, and I'm glad you showed up and we got to say hi. And we'll see you over in Travi and Chorus.
Travi and Chorus.
Travi and Chorus. Travi and Chorus, man. That is, oh wow. My new best friends, Travi and Chorus.
Yes, and I love those Sesame Street characters, Bernie and Ert. You know, they're favorite as well. All right. Sorry.
I want to see the outfits for Travi and Chorus.
And Gel and Moraine were one of my favorite teams on
Please don't forget to donate to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society.
Make sure and visit Bart's channel. Moon and Bark are awesome. You should definitely be checking them out.
And I'm Boto. Good to see you.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Please head on over to Travis and Corey's stream, and we'll see you over there.
I'm Fitchard, and that's Red.
Yeah, that's it. See you later. Otherwise known as Flitchard. Bye.
They didn't make it on live and they left. So I'm here alone. How are you guys? This is not good.